Hello and welcome to the Metapod, the Pokemon TCG podcast that revolves around the evolving meta. My name is Jake. Sean is not with me, my co-host today for this week's episode. He's out of town and he's, enjoying himself, wants to enjoy where he's at. And I was like, you know what? I got it this week. There's a bit of information, though, that we should go over within this podcast, both from a collecting side and also a competitive side, right? This was the first weekend of Prismatic Evolutions, right? A set that a lot of people were really excited about and a format that a lot of people had a lot of interest in. And in my opinion, in Merida over in Mexico, there was a lot of surprising stuff that went on, even if we really only have like the top 8 decks as of right now at the time of this recording, right, when we're doing this. So we're actually going to start off with that first, the Merida Regionals, right? And looking around at this top 8, right, one thing is for certain is that Miraidon was a huge play for this event. I didn't really hear like an insane amount of rumblings for Miraidon. I mostly saw memes about Miraidon heading into this event, but Azul Garcia Griego, Azul GG, ended up winning the event with Miraidon. Very interesting list, if I have to say so myself, right? A lot of this stuff with Miraidon we already know, and no actual Prismatic Evolutions cards in this list either, like Budu, right? The aspect of choice being Secret Box. I think that's been kind of popular between that and like some other ones like Prime Catcher, because Secret Box allows you to grab so many different things, right? Being able to grab a tool card, a supporter card, a stadium, right? And put them all in your hand. That could be a Bravery Charm, Rescue Board, Forest, Sealstone, right? For your tool card. Your item cards can range anything from an electric generator, right? One of the best items in the deck, to maybe your one of Night Stretcher to go get a Pokemon back, or energy from the discard pile. The stadium can be Area 0 under depths, right? Which is huge synergy for the Pikachu EX Terra that you've got within this deck, right? Especially with that Resolute Heart. Definitely Miraidon getting a boost, gaining this card from the Surging Sparks set. One of the differences that I feel like I haven't seen really lately that I really enjoyed in this deck is Rotom V, right? I don't really feel like Rotom V was huge in Miraidon. It was kind of like an off and on kind of thing. Some people played it, some people didn't. But Rotom V is a huge deal in terms of a Budu format, right? You have Budu. Budu has the ability to stop you using your items, right? Which are huge for the deck, right? We already talked about Secret Box. We talked about electric generators, right? Being so good. But the Rotom V allows you, with a slow opponent and a slow game, to help accelerate your game plan, right? Having that instant charge ability of drawing 3 cards and then ending your turn is super nice if, you get stuck in the active, you can't move. Maybe you've got, some item cards, because eventually they're going to stop using Budu, right? Able to find different energies, or maybe a supporter for next turn, or maybe like Magneton, right? Magneton from the Surging Sparks set in this deck. Just using that energy acceleration is so good in so many situations. Obviously, it was a great play. A lot of people playing it. Checking out the 3rd place list, Miraidon, for any of you audio viewers only, Miraidon getting 1st, 3rd, 6th, and 8th, rounding out the top 8. Looks like Rotom V was also in the 3rd place list. Looks like no Rotom, it looks like, from the 6th place list, right? Leandro Fernandez in 3rd, and then 6th, Rafael Uti, I hope is how you pronounce that, but Caleb Rogerson in 8th, a name that we're seeing a lot since moving up to Masters. Rotom V was present in that list. So most of the Miraidons in the top also getting in there with the Rotom, but the 2nd place list debatably made just as much noise as Azul in the match. Mauricio Patino, hopefully that's how you pronounce their name, was playing Gouging Fire within this list. It was interesting because Azul and him were talking on Twitter recently, if anybody saw that, if you frequent Twitter. and Azul was calling Gouging Fire trash. So it was almost poetic that he met it in the finals. But Gouging Fire, if you do not know, 230 HP basic EX Ancient Pokemon. Is a fire and colorless attack to do 60 damage, but fire colorless, right? Its second attack does 260 damage. Also, the Pokemon can't use the attack Blaze Blitz again until it leaves the active spot, which we've talked about many times on the podcast. We can get around those pretty easily, especially as a 230 HP Pokemon. Really is easy to knock out, right? So one-hit KOs are a dime a dozen alongside this deck. But as an ancient Pokemon, you're using Professor Sada's Vitality, right? Being able to accelerate energies onto your Pokemon and then draw 3 cards afterwards. We've seen it in Raging Bolt, right? How it's such a good supporter and gains a little bit of popularity as well in the Gouging Fire list. You may be thinking, how do you get the other energies on? Well, Magma Basin, a great stadium for this list, right? An attachment, Sada's Vitality, and Magma Basin allows you to have a 3 energy Gouging Fire ready to attack instantly, right? Magma Basin able to accelerate an energy, a fire energy from the discard pile onto a benched fire Pokemon. Really good in this way, even though you get the 2 damage counters on you. Again, you're probably getting 1 hit knocked out in this format anyways, because, well, things are hitting 230 like nothing at this point. Plus, with those damage counters that you're stacking up, you're actually using Monkey Dory in this list. Monkey Dory, very popular in Gardevoir, is gaining popularity in other decks, right? Especially because you build up these damage counters. You can use the Monkey Dory to move those damage counters and put it on another Pokemon, right? If you use the Magma Basin on your Gouging Fire, right, put 2 damage counters on it and then Monkey Dory the damage off, your Blaze Blitz is essentially doing 280 damage, which actually works out for a lot of math, I feel like, in the format right now. So just a really, really good synergy in that package right there. You're also running a couple NTVs. Don't really think that would surprise a lot of people, right, with the popularity of something like Palkia, right, and Raikou V in Miraidon. The Burning Rondo, just more bench spots filled, more damage, especially against Area 0 Underpath decks, similar to Miraidon, right? Miraidon's probably a huge reason why this Gouging Fire was able to do so well, just utilizing so much of the bench space that Pokemon provides in this match. You've got a couple tech cards in here that I really, really like. Secret Box is your prime A-Spec is what I should have said. A-Spec of choice. And right, we're starting to see more and more decks get in the ancient or the Secret Box that just provides so much value. Like I mentioned, grabs a supporter, grabs a tool card, or does it grab a supporter actually? It grabs a tool card, supporter card, and stadium card, right? All 3 of those things can be so helpful in your game plan, especially a deck that revolves around Professor Sada's Vitality. Definitely really, really cool. You're also running Delphox V, right? We see this in kind of the Entei V decks that we've had in the past, and now here's another slot with Gouging Fire. Really, really cool. If you don't know what this is, has a fire colorless attack, Magical Fire for 120 damage. You put 2 energy attached to the Pokemon in the Lost Zone, and it also does 120 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, right? Can be so good in something like a Gardevoir matchup, right? You keep up with the 2 prize trade of knocking out multiple Pokemon at the same time. You know, Dragapult got a little bit of a surge with Prismatic Evolution, right? Being able to use Budu. So there's another matchup where you can knock out 2 Pokemon and keep the trade alive in that one. Very, very cool list. Really, really love Gouging Fire. Gouging Fire also is a promo that is less than $1, right? So for those of you that are looking to get some cheap decks, right, you want to maybe get some new decks to play, this Gouging Fire list is honestly pretty cheap. I think the most expensive card in this deck is Secret Box, and this is a like $4 card, right, that you can expect to see at your locals or TCG player right now. And you only have to buy one of them. So honestly really cool. I guess Fezandipiti is probably the most expensive card in the deck, right? Because it's Fezandipiti. It's like a $10-$20 card depending on which one you buy. But I do want to say though that in the next series of prize packs, Fezandipiti is actually getting reprinted. Incredible transition, absolutely unplanned. I do pat myself on the back for that one. But the Fezandipiti EX is going to be part of Prize Pack 6, and it's starting on February 14th. So later this week, as you're listening to this episode, if you're listening to the week that it was released, February 14th, your local leagues are going to start giving out these packs. It's going to cover Temporal Forces to Stellar Crown, right? So another great set of reprints within here. If you maybe don't know what the prize packs are, maybe you've never heard of them before, or maybe are wondering how to collect them, you basically can get these prize packs for either participating at your local leagues or win as prizing at like league challenges, league cups, even maybe locals, potentially depending on the stock that they have. So they're basically like little packs of promos where you get 6 cards in each pack. And then in those 6 cards, it's like I mentioned, just filled with reprints. We don't know the full set list, but the fact that Fezandipiti EX is being reprinted, I know a lot of people, especially in our Metapod Discord server, which you can join if you want to click the link in the show notes or the description below. Fezandipiti EX has been a card that people have been shouting for a reprint, and I'm so happy that they're actually doing it within this set. We know that A-Specs are also going to be reprinted and used in the Play Pack series, right? Unfair Stamp being the promo of choice that they've shown off in the little teaser image. Unfair Stamp, going to be really nice. I hope Secret Box also gets reprinted in there. I would love for the price, even though I just mentioned that $4 is not that bad for a spec like Secret Box. Would be nice for it to go a little bit more down because more of these A-Spec promo stamps are going to come out within the popularity, right? You've also got Terapagos in here, Terapagos EX. Very nice. Absolutely love to see this guy in a reprint as well with Area Zero, Underdepths, and Ogre's Mask. Ogre's Mask is kind of like the least important, again, these the full set list is not out yet. So it'll be fun to see in the near future what also gets reprinted and posted within the prize packs right there. But I will say, though, that we did get some news on May's SV10 set that will release on May 30th, right in the US. Destined Rivals is the next English set happening, or I guess it's not the next English set, right? Because, or is it no, I don't think it's the next set. Should we be getting another set before then? I think probably, maybe. Anyways, no, we just got, I don't know. Anyways, releasing in May on May 30th, Destined Rivals, right? Pre-release is going to be happening May 17th through the 25th. And Destined Rivals, if you do not know, is another iteration of the Trainers Pokemon set, right? It's going to be including Heat Wave Arena with Cynthia's Garchomp, Ethan's Ho-Oh EX, right? Steven's Metagross EX, Grimmsnarl EX from Barney, and then also potentially the Glory of Team Rocket Mewtwo EX. Going to be really cool. I've heard a lot of good things. I don't have the translations pulled up as of yet, but I know that Ethan's Ho-Oh EX is something that a lot of people are really excited about with the deck, and really going to be nice to get the Marnie's Grimmsnarl and also the Stevens Metagross in format, because I think they were worried that it would be missed out because they're from like theme decks in Japan, and slowly getting more and more Glory of Team Rocket news. I feel like we just got some info on Glory of Team Rocket not too long ago. I don't know if it's hit sites like PokeBeach yet, but I think some more information just got revealed about that. Maybe I'll talk about that with Sean in the next week, but really cool. Excited to see Destined Rivals, Ryan, revolving kind of around black and white stuff, I feel like, because Destiny is all about N, right? So we might see like an N's Pokemon in here that maybe we don't have already, or maybe the N Zoroark will be printed in this set. I'm honestly not 100% sure. There's a lot of things up in the air, and usually when I don't have Sean around me, it's a little difficult sometimes. So Sean, please come back if you're listening. Another product that I saw made some waves. We were theorizing in the Metapod Discord server when in what the new premium tournament collection will be, right? Theorizing on what supporter would be, right? There's been Marnie, Iono, Professor's Research, Clara, Boss's Orders, right? And we found out that the new premium tournament collection releasing on April 25th is not actually going to feature a supporter on it, or at least be a supporter card. It's going to be Lily's Clefairy EX. So really interesting that they've pivoted now to the trainers Pokemon. I really, really like this move, right? Going to be posted around the time, or put out around the time that Journey Together releases. Oh, that's the next English set, actually. I knew it was something like Journey Together. I was getting it mixed up with the Japanese name and set Battle Partners, because I opened up some Battle Partners recently on my, or off camera and stuff like that. But anyways, the card is going to be Lily's Clefairy EX, right? We know about this card. We already have the promo for it, and it's going to feature Lily on it, kind of in the like shadowy backgrounds, right? If you are not aware, or maybe you can't see the video version of the podcast, essentially Journey Together and Battle Partners have this new style of like full arts, essentially, where the owner's Pokemon that are in this set, it's got the Pokemon on the front, and it's got like kind of a clear mixture color, or I guess solid mixture color background that they've had traditionally in the sets, right, in the past. But now it has kind of like a shadow, a very like subtle image and outline of the trainer of that Pokemon, right? So this promo having the Lily in the background and the Clefairy on the front. Really, really cool. Also, the products that it comes in, right? The double deck box, which is really, really neat. The sleeves, the coin, the dice. The dice and coin are a little odd, being like green and yellow. I kind of wish they went for more like a blue, but can't complain too much. I think the sleeves especially look absolutely gorgeous. Going to be really, really cool. Going to probably want to get it. It's really interesting though, because the promo, right, being the main card, the full art essentially, has always come also with a couple other of the same card, but just like a regular rarity, and maybe it's like a holo rare, right, with a special holo foiling that they've done that is different than something like the main set where you can get the card. This one, it doesn't have a full playset of Lily's Clefairy EX in it. It actually has one Clefairy EX, which is the promo, right, the cover promo that you're probably going for in this product, but also it has Lily's Pearls, has 3 copies of Lily's Pearls in it. So very much different than the other premium tournament collections that we've gotten in the past. I do like this, right, because I do think it's very pretty. It's fun. It's very cool. I like this product itself with the new full art supporters and things of that nature. They're always, or most of the time, I feel like they're pretty cool. I'm curious about the double deck box, though, because the deck boxes that you get within these products, at least in the past, have been notorious for not fitting a full sleeved deck. They only fit unsleeved decks, right? So I'm going to be really curious. I hope they change it to be able to fit sleeve decks in there. Maybe they did in the Iona one, and maybe I just missed it. I'm not sure, but that's going to be something that I'm really looking forward to and hoping for. I will say, though, that hold off on buying your Fezandipitis right now, because Fezandipiti is also getting reprinted in the Dragapult EX League Battle Deck, releasing on April 25th as well. Absolutely love the League Battle Deck. Sean and I have been a huge fan on the podcast of these League Battle Decks. They've been so good at introducing players into the game, right? I even know a couple of my One Piece friends recently that just went out and bought the Charizard League Battle starter decks, right? And now they're kind of just playing with full ready to go decks because of those, and they're learning the game and stuff, which is really, really cool to see. So really love the League Battle decks. It is going to be revolved around Dragapult EX. So if you also don't have your Dragapults, hold off on those because you're going to get those in this League Battle deck, especially because this League Battle deck is going to have an entire playset of Dragapult EXs. That's right, 4 Dragapult EXs in this, as well as a copy of Fezandipiti EX, as well as an A-Spec in Unfair Stamp. So really, really cool in my opinion. I think this is one of my more favorite League Battle decks that they've created because it has an entire full set of the Dragapult EXs, right? I think the Charizard one had like 2 Charizards and 2 Pidgeots, which is pretty good, like don't get me wrong. But it's really, really nice to get a full play set of these because I think I know some people when, I think it was maybe Palkia that was expensive. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with another card, but like when Palkia V-Star was really expensive, people just bought the League Battle decks, multiple of them, to get their playset of Palkia V-Stars, which is crazy to say and is something that should not be going on. So I'm super happy that, you know, all you have to do is just buy one. I personally don't have any Dragapult EXs, so especially since Dragapult EX is a better deck now with the Buduin format, it's going to be really nice to get a playset of that. And as well, Fezandipiti, I'll just keep saying it again, Fezandipiti getting a reprint, super exciting. All right, let me take a quick drink of my coffee before I get into this next one, which I think is my most exciting news for me personally. You're probably all really excited about Fez. Now, I will say we are big fans on this podcast of the Illustrator contest, right? We love the Illustrator contest. We've covered it on a couple different podcast episodes throughout the last couple years. And we officially have news of when we'll get the promos, the winners of the illustration contest. Remember that the new illustration contest promo cards that we're going to be receiving are the Feraligatr from a Corvarant. Hopefully I said that right. We've got the Pikachu from Kazuki Minami, and then also the Toxtricity EX from Anderson. Going to be really, really cool. Very, very exciting. And there's a couple different ways that you're going to be able to get this, which I really actually enjoy from this. I think in years past, it's just been, you know, on the Pokemon Center, you just order from the Pokemon Center, type in the code, and then boom, you're going to be able to get the promos. Now you have, I think, 3 different ways at this point to be able to collect the Illustrator promos, which is so exciting. The first of the ways that I'm going to talk about, like I just mentioned, is the Pokemon Center, right? This has been what it has been in years past. You are going to use the code DRAW2024 US, or, you know, if you're based in Canada, it'll be Draw 2024 CA, or if you're in the UK, it's Draw 2024 UK. That is going to be the way that you're going to get these promos. You have to probably spend an amount of money on TCG products. I know in the past, I think you had to spend like $30 or $15 on the website, which is very easy. They have plenty of stuff, you know, in the Pokemon TCG product section. You might not get something that you're super looking for, right? Like you're not going to find a Surging Sparks booster box more than likely on the site, but there may be like a deck box or a set of sleeves or something that you will get, and it's very easy to fill $15 on the Pokemon Center website. So again, I will post this in the show notes and also the description, right? But the code to use it when you're at checkout is DRAW2024, and then based on the region that you're in, it's either US, CA, or UK on there. So make sure to go do that. Again, that starts February 21st. I honestly recommend that you do it earlier rather than later. There's not really like a timeline of how long these will be available, right? How long they'll have these or how many of them that they have. So I would just recommend on the 21st, be ready to spend $15 to $30, I guess, on the Pokemon Center website. But maybe if you want to take your chance of not spending as much money on the Pokemon Center website, we do know that these will be given out on Pokemon Day, right? Pokemon Day is on February 27th, right? And just like last year, your local leagues and stuff are going to have all of these fun little cool stuff to give out on Pokemon Day for free, whether that's giveaways or prizing for a tournament, right? Or something of the sort. Pokemon Day, if you do not know, happens at your local leagues, and you can have anything that ranges from tournaments, just friendly, casual battles, how to play sessions, trading sessions, right? This is a really, really cool event that I believe we really hyped up last year, and I think is a really cool event, again, that's going on this year. There's plenty of stuff that they're going to be given out, right? Not only will they be giving out the illustration contest promos as well, they're also receiving a couple holos, right? One being a Sylveon from Prismatic Evolutions, right? The Sylveon from the Prismatic Evolutions set is going to be a holo version, but it will be a normal galaxy holo, or I'm sorry, a normal holo foil. Let me start that over. Not a Galaxy holofoil like the Cerulege that came out last year for Pokemon Day. I assume it's going to have the Pokemon Day stamp on it. So really cool if you're a promo collector, right? Promos in the Pokemon trading card game are always like unique collections. So this is another one that you can do. And again, you're going to have to probably get it from your local league if you want to at least maybe get it for free. I don't know how many they'll have. I don't know how frequent they'll give out. It just all depends on what the store has planned, but please just be nice to your local stores, I will say. The third way that you're going to be able to get this is through like GameStop, Best Buy, different retailers, right? We see this a lot of times with the random promos that Pokemon produces, right? Especially some of the Pokemon promos that we make fun of, right? Like I just think of was it Centiskorch from Darkness Ablaze, I think it was, where it was just literally the regular card. It wasn't even a holo or had a stamp or anything like that. But the Illustrator promos are going to be at GameStop and Best Buy starting on February 27th, right? All three cards, just like any other way that you're going to get these promos, more than likely, are going to be packaged together. And just like on the Pokemon Center, you're going to have to spend $15 on products to receive them. There is a limit of one per customer on the GameStop or Best Buy or whatever big box retailers that you can usually get these at. And so the only thing that I will say about like GameStop and Best Buy is good luck being able to get it. If you are going to try to ensure your way to get these Illustrator promos, just like I am going to bank on the Pokemon Center or the Pokemon League that I go to for Pokemon Day, because I don't know if you've been to GameStop recently or Best Buy as of late. There's not really any product at all. Right? I mean, they're like all the prismatic stuff, got all of the like scalpers and everything running in, grabbing everything off the shelf and hoarding it and reselling and all of that jazz in a bag of chips. So I will say you're most likely going to be able to find, if anything, at these locations, probably like tins, maybe like a random, like one of those mini binder packets that you can get. And maybe honestly, if you go to your local GameStop or Best Buy and there's not $15 of Pokemon TCG stuff to spend, maybe if you ask them politely, ask them nicely, hey, you guys don't have anything, but I'm looking for the Illustrator contest promos. Is there any way that I can get it, right? Just because there is no Pokemon TCG product to spend. Or maybe, you buy like $15 of something else at the store and then they give it out. I know usually the GameStop and Best Buy employees are pretty casual when it comes to the giving out promos and stuff like that, or different codes, if you've been around the video game. But again, I will say, go to the Pokemon Center on February 21st, and then maybe if you don't have any luck there or something, or maybe you just want to really try to get it for free, you don't want to spend any money at all, totally understand. Your Pokemon League on Pokemon Day on February 27th will start having those. And then who knows, maybe they'll have extras afterwards, or, whatever. It's all up to the stores, your local stores, on what they actually want to do. So just make sure to be polite, be sure to be nice as well on there. I will say in Europe, I just realized this for all our European listeners, there is an Eevee promo that will be given out at select retailers for Pokemon Day. So very, very cool. It's a 2-pack blister that is going to be starting sales on the 27th. Going to cost $10, and it comes with a holo Pokemon Day promo and 2 packs of Prismatic Evolutions, an Eevee coin, and a gold card. This will probably fly off the shelves really quickly. Maybe you can try at your local GameStop or Best Buy to get there early enough that you can pick up you need to pick up 2 of these. Pick up 2 of those so then you can get the Illustrator contest promos. But I mean, more like I said about GameStop and Best Buy and stuff like that, you're probably not going to find $15 of product at the store for the Illustrator contest stuff. So plan for maybe some other ways of getting it. But the Eevee will be given out at select retailers, just the card itself. So actually, Europe is not going to get the 2-pack blister. They're just going to get the Eevee promo. So really curious. I wonder how they're going to distribute that in terms of through the rest of the way, if you can't just buy the blister or whatever. So anyways, that's all the news that I got for this episode. It is a short episode. I know usually when I do the episodes, it's very much like high-flying news coming at you left and right and center and all that stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully you got some good information within this podcast episode, and I hope that you have a great rest of the week. Let me see those Illustrator, or actually cameras over here. Let me see those Illustrator contest promos posted in our Discord and stuff like that. Absolutely love those. And yeah, hope to see you again in the near future.